Hey, good morning. It is Friday, February 28th, and we're going to solve the New York Times crossword puzzle. Today's puzzle is constructed by Michael Lieberman, whose name we've seen many times here in the constructor byline. I don't know, is it a byline? It's Friday, so we're expecting a themeless puzzle and hopefully something kind of challenging. 74-day streak, headed towards 138, so more than halfway there. How about it? Trying to think like what to report this week. I worked a couple of musicals, or a musical a couple of times, Dear Evan Hansen, which I guess has done quite well on Broadway and came to my little sleepy mountain town. It was really intense and dark, and yeah, really well done, but man, tough watch. And feeling pretty springy around here. We've had temperatures up around 40 degrees and not feeling like we've got nearly 2 months of ski season left. But this is what we call false spring, so we've got another big snowstorm coming, I'm sure. So yeah, Friday. Hope your week went well. Hope all your puzzling was smooth, and I hope this is a seamless effort. Oh, by the way, they've updated their terms, so make sure to review those in great detail. Kind of dark in here. I don't think I'm going to fix it. Sorry, Dad. Haven't fixed the lighting problem. And let's do it. A splashy government expenditure. Events subjected to SEC oversight in brief. I'm going to say that's IPOs, initial public offerings. Well, let's see if... birthplace. I mean, this is probably Iraq or Iran, right? Birthplace of Zoroastrianism. Things that might elicit more answers. Accrue annual leaves. Annual leaves. Whoa there, tiger. I don't even know how to say this word. Achaean strongman of myth? Like what? What is that word? Antediluvian? Oh boy. Michael Kors is a fashion guy. I know that one. Red lights in DC. Red lights in DC. Is that like nays, like a vote? The Marvel's director DaCosta, I have no idea, and I've never seen anything Marvel-y. Some overhead expenses. I mean, I was thinking like an umbrella. A podcaster's need is a mic. You also need one if you're making a vlog, it turns out. So that's the only reason I own a mic. People come over and they're like, what is that? Why do you have a microphone? And I have to explain this silly endeavor. Common ingredient in Scotch pie. Scotch pie. Rescue from total ruin. Like salvage, probably, right? Coconut cookie. This is one of those Girl Scout cookies. You never get the coconut ones. It's not samosas, or wait, Samoas. It's not Thin Mints. It's not the ginger or the bready ones. Clearly, I'm not an expert in Girl Scout cookies. I only get Thin Mints. Those are the only ones I particularly like. Connected. Self-doubter's words. It's probably just I can't, right? Galoot is an oaf. Yearn for. Long, want, ache. Yearn for. Desire. Star with Oscar nominations in 5 decades. 5 consecutive decades, obviously. It'd be weird if there was like a missing decade. Star with Oscar nominations in 5 consecutive decades. I mean, it's not like Tom Cruise, right? Goes pro. like votes yes. I'm going to say that's votes yes. Kind of makes me think that this one isn't nays. It'd be weird if we had two voting clues. Attracted a larger crowd than. Like, outsold. Currency depicting statesman Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. I mean, what? Something Gao. Chinese gambling game. That's Pai Gao. Ambles, like strolls, maybe. Show with a point-counterpoint segment in brief. Point-counterpoint. I mean, is it SNL? Because that was like the Dan Aykroyd and Jane Curtin thing, right? I think this is SNL. Creative pursuits are arts. Draped garment is it's maybe a sari. Oh. This is wrong. So this is going to be. I'm hoping this is pet spas. It could be dog spas, in which case strolls is wrong as well. Draped garment, so it's a sari. Fruit harvested by Riberinos. A lot of tough cluing in this one. Subject of some grainy photographs. It's probably a Yeti. Not to be confused with this cup made by Yeti. Can you even see that? Probably not. It says Yeti in there somewhere. Pace quickener implemented by Major League Baseball in 2023 is a pitch clock, which has made baseball watchable again. Casual tops or tees. We didn't do very well in the upper part of this grid, but we're doing okay down low. Work from home attire. Canadian Gas comes from Esso stations. People may visit them just for kicks. Soccer something, I don't know. 547, not a super fast first pass. We did okay down in the lower part of the grid, but man, this top is not going well so far. A jubilant song. Caterpillar roll fish. For someone who loves sushi, I really just have no idea what's in the various rolls. I always have to look at the menu. I can never remember which rolls I like. But now I'm just trying to think of what fish might work there. I mean, salmon and tuna are the most common. Or is it going to be like the Japanese word for one of those? Like shake, which is salmon, I believe. 2 if by sea, 1 if by land, 2 if by sea, Paul Revere. What a guy. WNBA star Jewel, I don't know. Party eschewing type. An introvert. Oh, an independent maybe. Like a political party. Business suit. Game that helps babies learn object permanence. What? What? Is that a real... I hate this one. I don't know what object permanence is really, and I don't have a baby, and I don't know, it's stupid. Caitlin, is that Caitlin Olsen? From It's Always Sunny. God of Life and the Afterlife. Is that Osiris? Enjoy the spread. Let's eat. Right? Birthplace of Zoroastrianism. Still thinking Iran or Iraq. Event with a casual dress code. Pajama Day. Is that an event? Has anyone ever attended a pajama day? Fine, just tell me. Is it like, okay, I give? Oh yeah, this would be rake. Does that make this Iran or Iraq? Ajax, okay. And nays. So I guess we do have yay or votes yes and nays. Hot takes or sex scenes. That's a good clue. I like that. Hot takes. Give something to get something. Barters. Overhead expenses are beanies, I guess. Right? Rock genre. Is that emo? Let's say this is lamb, right? Providers of fresh cuts. Slicers, like in a deli. Olympic tracks are what is this? Connected is tied in. Subcompact Nissan offering is a Versa. Crave, okay. I think it's Versa. Staple ingredient in Japanese cuisine. Well, something seems wrong down there. Staple ingredient in Japanese cuisine. Premium computers. They show models' names. Oof. Sat nav, satellite navigation. Hair-raising thing is follicle. This must be lira. Up to is till. So lira. I'd have guessed that first for someone with that name. I don't know. A ghostly image. Ghostly image. Prefix meaning straight. That must be ortho, orthopedics, orthodontics. Search high and low. Scour. Iridescent material. Double taps, likes as a post. For another thing, so that's also, and this is acai, right? Also, something Mistra know-it-all. He's Mistra know-it-all? Work from home. Oh, this is athleisure. Right? This is them just for kicks. Shoe stores. I don't love that because people definitely visit them just for kicks. It's not maybe. All right. Well, this still we're the lower part of the grid is being cooperative, and the upper part not so much. Splashy government expenditure is a something pool, right? Government expenditure. Public pool. There we go. Question that might elicit more questions. Whoa there, Tiger. Easy. Does it? Antediluvian. I don't have any idea what that means. I know I've seen that before, but I have no idea who directed that. Coconut cookie. Oh, is that a macaroon? Peekaboo teaches object permanence. What is object permanence? I don't know. Star with Oscar nominations. Oh, that's Streep. That makes more sense. She's older than Cruz. Is this miso paste is the answer. So no Yeti. Premium computers are actuaries, the people who do the computing. Attracted a larger crowd than out something. Models names. Car titles. This is Silo? Grainy. They store grain? I don't like that one. What is this? Laned, outdrew. There we go. Wraith. A jubilant song is caterpillar roll fish. Is that unagi? Unagi? Jewel. I have no idea. Business suit is a C. Anyone? Oh, whoops. Anyone else? Is that the answer? Is this aged? And I don't. This section of the puzzle really was irritating to me. Paean. I know I've seen that before, but tough with unagi right next to it. Jewel Lloyd. Like, is that a person that is commonly known? Along with, I mean, look at all these names. I mean, unagi, I kind of count as, that's a proper noun, right? Lloyd, Peekaboo, Olsen, Osiris, Michael Kors, Nia DaCosta. What? Like, I guess if you've seen those films, like maybe that, that's not so foreign to you, but I feel like this was much tougher than the solve time of 1441. A lot of challenging cluing, especially. Like, definitely there's some stuff in the grid, some tough answers, but really it was the cluing that got me. And Silo, subject to some grainy photographs, like, what? Because you take pictures of the grain inside the silo? That can't be right. Let's have a look. Splashy government expenditure is a public pool. I like the cluing there. I'm trying to think of public pools near me, and I can't. There's like the rec center. Is that a public pool, or is that? I guess it must be town funded, right? Events subject to SEC oversight, initial public offerings. Question that might elicit more questions. Anyone else? Like, why would that elicit more questions necessarily? It's not necessarily, because it might elicit more questions. That just doesn't seem, I don't know, apt maybe. Crew annual leaves is to rake. Easy does it when you've done too much raking. Ajax from the Iliad? Or the Odyssey, possibly? I think that's the Iliad, right? Age is antediluvian. So diluvian is young, perhaps. Michael Kors, Nays, Nia DaCosta. Oof. Beanies are overhead expenses. Yeah, it feels like that clue is trying a little too hard, maybe. Microphone, lamb is what goes into a Scotch pie. That kind of makes sense because, like, a Scotch egg, right? That's filled with lamb, right? I don't know. Never been to Scotland. I don't particularly care for Scotch. Scotch tape, I haven't used in a long time. Rescue from total ruin is to salvage. Macaroon is a coconut cookie. A macaroon is like something that you can buy in any pastry store, and I don't feel like they're necessarily coconut flavored, right? It's like two little cookies with some cream filling. Uh, I don't I don't know. Tied in is connected. I can't. Oaf, Crave, Meryl Streep votes yes. I really think it's weird that we have the nays for voting and then votes yes. That seems a little bit like they're stepping on each other's toes. Outdrew lira is the currency depicting statesman Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. Like, so first of all, lira is the outdated Italian currency, right? Or is there must be another currency that has that? Because I don't think Mustafa Ataturk was ever in charge of Italy. But I don't know who else uses lira. And the Italians don't use lira anymore, of course, because they use the euro. Pai Gow. I don't know anything about Pai Gow except that it exists. Strolls, SNL. I've probably mentioned, but I did not really care for the SNL 50 thing. I thought it was mostly pretty boring. Arts, Sorry, Acai, Silo, Pitch Clock. Really, really can't overstate how much the Pitch Clock improved baseball. Although baseball is still fairly unwatchable. The Red Sox, who I grew up loving, pretty much I checked out when they traded Mookie Betts, the greatest player of his generation, to the Dodgers, and he's subsequently won at least one World Series with the Dodgers. And now the Red Sox are supposed to be exciting and have some young talent this year, and I just don't care. I'm almost actively rooting against them at this point. I'm so mad at their ownership. And their ownership actually was potentially going to buy the Celtics and do horrible things to my other favorite Boston team. That's not true. The Patriots are still number one, but they're so bad right now. Casual tops are tees. Athleisure, also very casual. Athleisure, so I was just in Sydney, Australia, and activewear, athleisure stuff, like very, very popular. And you see someone, wearing like a very, a spandex outfit, but then with Birkenstocks. It's like, you're not actually going to work out, are you? This is just your outfit. Pretty funny. SO shoe stores. This just really made me think of Al Bundy selling women's shoes and hating his life. Jubilant song is this word. Unagi is what goes there. You catch unagi by sea, presumably. Jewel Lloyd. Granted, I don't pay any attention to the WNBA really, but I don't. There's still a bunch of famous names that I think have broken through into popular culture. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and then some of the retired ones. Diana Taurasi, Cheryl Swoops, Cheryl Miller. I don't know. Cheryl Miller? Or was she... Is that right? I don't know. Jeez. Anyways, shows what I know. Not much about Jewel Lloyd, sorry. Party eschewing type is an independent CEO. Peek-a-boo. Fun fact, there's a professional skier back in the day, Peekaboo Street, and her parents they wanted to let her get old enough to choose her own name. But then when she was, 2 or something, they went on an international trip and had to get her a passport. And they said, "What do you want your name to be?" And she said, Peekaboo. And there you go. And that really works well if you're a professional athlete. Not so well if you're just a normal person. Caitlin Olsen, yes, she's from Hacks, sure, but I think we all know Caitlin Olsen best from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. She plays Sweet D. Osiris is the god of life and the afterlife. Let's Eat, Iran, Pajama Day. Okay, I Give. I don't think I've ever seen a 3-word answer that I cared for. Okay, I Give. We've also got Easy Does It. I don't know. It just doesn't really work very well. Sex scenes or hot takes. I really do like that clue very much. I also feel like sex scenes really are like almost a thing of the past. Like there's just not that many sex scenes anymore, and probably that's because of the prevalence of like porn and stuff. Back in the day, a hot sex scene in a film was as close as you were going to get to, seeing people naked. So I guess maybe that's sort of a throwback. Barters, gives something to get something. Emo, slicers. This makes me think of Kramer and Seinfeld. One time I sliced a piece of turkey so thin I couldn't even see it. Um, Laned, Versa, miso paste. Miso paste is fantastic, and it's really a good way to umami up your whatever you're cooking. Actuaries, car titles. I've pretty much decided I'm going to try and never buy a new car again. My car is 13 years old. It still runs fine, and I just hate new cars. I hate all the screens and the bells and whistles. I still drive a manual, a stick shift, and I don't know. It's got 130,000 miles on it, and I'm going to plan to get another 130 out of it. Sat nav, follicle, pet spas. So yeah, I like pooch pampering places for sure, but the fact that they specify pooch made me think maybe it was dog spas. But no, it's all types of pets. You can bring your bird there. Till, wraith, yeah. Ortho, yep, also. Forrest Gump straightening his legs, right? Scour, knacker, oof. Likes, so, also. He's Mr. Know-It-All. It's certainly gettable, and I love a good Stevie Wonder reference, but I feel like maybe we could include he's a little easier. Footnote abbreviation is sit. So, yeah, we did it. I'm definitely going to say this was harder than a sub 15-minute solve. Sub 15 usually means it's on the easier side. But I feel like this was kind of tough. And a lot of obscure things, a lot of challenging names. Yeah, maybe like a 7 out of 10 difficulty. I didn't do a live solve yesterday, but that was kind of a doozy too. And very specifically, jodhpurs was a tough type of pants to get. Cool theme, interesting puzzle, but I'm kind of glad I didn't do a live solve because it would have been a bit of a slog. I'd say it's 50-50 if you get another solve this weekend, Saturday or Sunday. I'm gonna try to get another one in, but no promises. As always, I never promise that. Who could promise a thing like that? Yeah. But yeah, gorgeous Friday here. I got a bunch of work to do, and then I gotta shovel a bunch of snow. We're getting ready for concerts at the Amp on April 4th and 5th. It's a summer venue that we try to use a little bit in the winter, and so snow removal is the bane of my existence this time of year. Shoveling snow is really like fun and satisfying. Not fun. It's really satisfying for a very short time, and then pretty quickly turns into a total nightmare. So today I'm going to go live that nightmare in real life, and aren't you glad you don't have to do it? But it's a good excuse to be outside and put my headphones in and just kind of zen out. It is quite therapeutic and zen-y in that way. But that's about it. Yeah, we solved the puzzle. We got to 75-day streak. My goodness, we're more than halfway to our longest streak ever, and we're just sailing along. How about it? I hope this was a smooth solve for you. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, then please click the like button. That way I have some confirmation that you actually enjoyed it. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel and you're interested in seeing more fine cinematic things like this, then please subscribe. Hopefully I'll fix the lighting one of these days, but probably not. It's more fun this way to just keep apologizing for it. So yeah, like, subscribe, and most importantly, I hope you'll join me again next time for another video solve of the New York Times crossword. Thanks. Bye.